Hey there, I continue my first series playlist, but first I want to say that VEX is made for kids. Why? Have you seen at least one child now who doesn't talk about shaders? So last time we learned to create variables. Assigning values to variables the first time is called initialization. Let's write the value to the console through an additional attribute to make it clearer. We can change the value of a variable by calling to it only by name, without specifying the type. VEX is strongly typed and we can change the type of a variable. But we can shove the value of one variable into another. This is called typecasting. But we must take into account the range of values. If we want to place a float number in a variable of type int, then only the integer part will be written. And if the vector convert to float, then only the first value. In fact, we can write a number of larger type to a variable of smaller type using an explicit conversion. For this, before a variable for different type, write a new type in parentheses. Let's create vector 2 and initialize it with our vector pos. We can also translate our number into a string and read the string as a number. The functions etoy and ito are used for this. In the code VEX, we can add parameter to ourselves. For this, we need to write such a thing. At the beginning, ch is written, an abbreviation for the channel, and then the type of program is indicated, by default as usually floating. Let's take a look at conditional constructs, because with them in programming is nowhere, and VOP always tries to intimidate us with them. They're pretty easy to use. If you want to do something, if the condition turns out to be wrong, then add the else block and indicate the required expression in curly braces. In the condition we can use the signs more, less, more or equal and less or equal. There is also the command doesn't equal, which will return true only if the two numbers are different in value. And if we want to check the numbers for equality, then we need to use double equals. Here is an example for condition. The if block is represented as a single piece of code, which is a logical expression, and as we know, logical expressions can be combined. To do this, we need to remember two symbols, and O. Now we can write this. When we use logical AND, it's important for us that both conditions are met. In fact, we check two results. If first is true, then we check second. If first is false, we will not even check further, since it's immediately clear that the conditions hasn't been met. If we use the logical OR, it's enough for us that one of the expressions returns true. There is a catch. VEX doesn't have a bool type, unlike other languages, so we have to use int. If number equals 1, then true is returned. If 0, then false. Don't forget to see my Patreon. There will be practical tasks to consolidate the skill. That's all, click the like button and subscribe to my channel. See you soon.